This lecture would be devoted towards Aristotle's idea and concept of distributive justice. So, while dealing with revolutions, Aristotle touches the subject of distributive justice as it plays an important role in the stability of the state. Complete or absolute justice to Aristotle means virtue in action or excellency of character, and it lies in conforming to law. But justice is narrower sense, is particular justice, and it is nothing but observing the rules of equality. To be just is to assign a man his due share in offices and honor in proportionate equality with others. This particular justice has two aspects according to Aristotle. One is corrective and the second one is distributive justice. The corrective justice is mainly concerned with voluntary commercial transactions like sale, hire, furnishing of security, etc. And the other things like aggression on property, life, honor, and freedom. While distributive justice, on the other hand, means giving to all what is their due and according to their contribution to the society in the form of wealth or virtue. It is mainly concerned with political rights. Every form of government has its own standard of distributive justice. For instance, in a democracy, the standard of worth is free birth. In an oligarchy, it is riches. In aristocracy of birth, it is descent, while in true aristocracy, it is virtue. Aristotle says that a virtuous state discards both the democratic and oligarchic criteria and assign honors, offices, and power to virtue. A virtuous citizen has moral wisdom, military strength, and property and efficiency in some particular direction. So, distributive justice is nothing but proportionate equality, and it lessens the frictions and confusion by countering inequality of the equals or the equality of the unequals. This justice gives offices, honors, and other reward according to the social performance and contribution to the society, and at the same time prevents encroachment by one member upon the sphere of another. So, in this context, Aristotle says that office and honor should not be restricted only to the virtuous few, but should be open to all the citizens. He feels that people collectively make an important contribution to the state and must be proportionately rewarded. He believes in the collective wisdom of the people in electing and judging the magistrates. Every class has something to contribute and thereby entitle itself to some share in political power. Stable, to be stable, needs more supporters than enemies. He wanted to reconcile principle of democracy with his philosophy of justice and thereby evolve a liberal constitution of their time. But this concept of distributive justice of Aristotle cannot apply to modern big states against the city states of his times. Moreover, our notion of distributive justice is based on duties rather than rights, particularly the duty of paying proportionate taxes to the state. Now, the offices and honor must also go on merit. So, this is the basic difference we found in between the conception of distributive justice as presented by Aristotle in his work Politics and which was practicable only in a city state and as in the contemporary world of Aristotle, he was living in a city state and around his surrounding there were city states in Greece. So practically that conception of distributive justice would only possible in a small city state like the city states of Greece in ancient time of Athens, Sparta, Crete, Helen, etc. But in our modern context, in modern states which are nation states, they are large in size in respect to population and territory. So here Aristotle's conception of distributive justice could be based on duties rather than rights. And in that context, also, the distributive justice as Aristotle applied in regards to public offices and honor that were prevalent during the ancient city states, here it would be not possible to apply such conception of distributive justice because here offices and honor are completely based on merit, and the very duty of paying taxes to the state is based on proportionate principle. So, this is the difference in between the conception of distributive justice as propounded by Aristotle in his Politics and which would be applicable and could be possible only in a small city states of his time, and could not be possible or applicable in a modern nation state. So we have completed Aristotle's views and distributive justice.